Hello, beautiful beings. Want to know a secret? I'm not going to clean for the people I cleaned for today anymore. They're the ones that have 2 cats and they just got a dog. And it's miserable. I dread going there because of all the cat dander. That's why I'm itching my nose so bad when I record videos sometimes. Well, that's one reason. A different reason is when we're channeling, it makes our nose tickle sometimes. The ancients say it's the effervescence. So we want to talk about first of all, letting these clients go. That's been quite a process for me since I've had my own cleaning business, to realize, to walk through the fear of letting a client go that I'm not happy cleaning for anymore. But it's just another way to grow a stronger faith muscle, for sure. And every time I start dreading going to clean for somebody and I don't like it the whole time I'm there, and I have to work really, really hard on keeping the thought activity, volume down. It's good practice, yeah, but it shouldn't be like that. No, and I've thought that it's just me the whole time, that I should just be able to have a quiet mind no matter what I do, which more than likely someday, that is a possibility, but I haven't achieved that yet. So, see, I'm trying to write down things that come in, and so I'm learning not to veer off too much when I'm recording videos. Because like I've said, it doesn't happen when I'm in person, but it does happen when I'm recording the videos. So, where were we, ancients? Yeah, they want me to look up ADHD again. More self-acceptance. Okay, but what I've learned over the years is, thank you, that when I'm in a situation and thought activity kicks up around it every single time, I need to listen to that. What is that? Why? How come? And this is, number one, it's because all the cat dander. I'm allergic to it. It makes me miserable. My nose itches so bad right now, all I want to do is rub my nose off my face. And my eyes too. So, I don't need to put myself through that. Absolutely not. But I hold on to it because of the money. And also because my other clients referred me to these people. And they're going to find out that I'm not cleaning for them anymore. Who cares? I have cat allergies, and I tried for 2 months to clean for these people, wearing a mask, because the hair is all over in the house. I don't want to wear a mask when I clean. So, lesson learned. If a household has 1 cat, and it's a big house, I can clean for them. But this is a very small house, and they have 2 cats and now a dog. And they're getting another roommate. And all of the people in this house, they don't care about clutter. It's cluttered everywhere. I have to clean. I have to pick so many things up on countertops to clean under. Oh, yeah, I can't live in clutter like that. Even though I have a tiny home, it's not cluttered. If my table starts to get too cluttered, I just do a reset. I basically reset my tiny home every time I come home from work, after I play with Doozer for a little bit. Okay, so this is really good because I wrote it down. So Alan Watts has been reminding me lately that, what specifically though? That through this ascension, it's not more and more, I've realized that I'm not at a certain level in this ascension. I am just back to where I already was. We are just all getting back to who we really are. And that means not looking at other humans and feeling superior to them in any way, because I know where I'm seeing from and I know where they're not seeing from yet. But we are already who we are. And having this conditioned persona gives it the illusion that we have to work our way back to that. So that's why meditation is such a, honesty and meditation feel like such a shortcut back to remembering who we truly are, is because they just are. Really, really, they're just such potent pointers back to that. So it's just beautiful, because the divine, even if I'm not subscribed to any Alan Watts or any Napoleon Hill, any of that, it comes up on my feed, a video from them just when I need it the most. And it's just beautiful, because it helps shift my perspective even more from the personal identity from our own true nature, like basically seeing from our heart space. I just learned a few days ago that our calves are our second heart. They're the only muscle in the body that pumps blood back to the brain, to the heart and the brain. Yeah, I didn't know that. I love knowing that. I recently started working out. I'll put it in the description box. She does these what does she do? It's like a neurovascular type of, and circulatory workouts, a lot of lymph drainage movements I've never done before, and I feel so much more clear. I had so much pressure in my neck around the full moon and lunar eclipse, and I went to the chiropractor. That helped, but I felt toxic, and so I did a 7-day challenge that she recently posted, and I'm on day 2 today, and it helps with balance also. And since I had that little whoop of vertigo about 5 days ago now, and stopped working out completely, I started working out again yesterday, but with her, and that's how I'm going to get back into working out. I'm not going for, even though I will keep muscle tone, and I will keep muscle on my body, I'm not going for any type of, to keep building it. No, I don't need to do that. And every single time I've ever tried to do that in my whole entire life, I get very clear indicators that I'm not supposed to be that focused on my physical form once again. But, always striving for balance, because when we are seeing through the right eyes and seeing this whole life experience with the right perception, then we're seeing life more balanced, in a more balanced way. Exercise, what I eat, how much I think, on and on it goes. Even learning how to love people in a different way, because I can be convinced that loving somebody looks like helping them, because that's in my nature, to help people have an easier life. And there's been so much learning around that deep desire, so much shedding of the useless personal identity, because there's hardly anything more annoying than a person that really, really wants to help people. See, I can't even, it's this whole, this codependent taking thing. And I know I say it kind of coldly or whatever. I used to be just like that. I didn't know any better. I'm not cold to people like that at all. But I do protect my energy around them, because they are, what are they? Toxic positivity. Yeah. Yes, I heard that not very long ago for the first time. I didn't realize I'd be able to, well, you reminded me. Thank you. Toxic positivity. Yes, that's very, very toxic. Because the hardest people I've ever broke up with in my life are really nice men. Yeah, but they were toxic. That makes perfect sense. But it was it was so hard to leave them because there was no outward reason, because they were so nice and nobody understood why I would be leaving them. They're so nice. They're so like, oh, flatline and just, yeah, soul sucking. Sometimes really nice people are soul sucking because they're a nice persona. That's not who they really are. Who they really are just wants to say, fuck off. You know, to their mean husband. And some lady just came into my mind. She suffers from toxic positivity because she's in an abusive situation and refuses to extricate herself. So she posts so much stuff on Facebook talking about, you know, tolerance for others' behavior. You know, they're in pain or whatever. No. We've had a couple conversations and several months ago now, I went to visit somebody that lives right next door to them, and she didn't realize I was there, and her husband was acting up, and she told him off. I was just like, oh my God, that is so amazing. So amazing, because I've only seen her like just super passive and just shrink. And I don't think he's physically abusive, but yeah, he'll yell at her and call her names in front of anybody. And yeah, but she tolerates it. This is a grown woman. Yes, they've been together a really long time. I'm not saying it's easy to leave, but it sure the hell is worth it, you know, for both parties. Because if we stay in a toxic situation like that, the other person doesn't have a chance either, because they're staying in the toxic situation too. Sure, when you leave them, they'll more than likely find somebody else on that same vibrational wavelength, but at least you'll be free. And it's just you know, it's not the easiest thing to do, but it's definitely worth it. So she didn't know that I saw that, and I went in the house and you know, visited and then left. And then the next time I went over, she said, "Oh my gosh, I didn't know that you were outside when you heard me telling him off." And I looked at her and I took her by the shoulders and I said, "I didn't know you had it in you." I said, "Wow, I was so impressed." And we hugged, and I swear that's like the closest we've ever been. And you know, it takes a while to work out of these things. It really, really does. So I'm learning to have more tolerance for people, especially if I've been there. Where haven't I been, really? On the opposite scale of where I am now. Just so codependent, zero self-esteem. Because self-esteem doesn't come from the personal identity. It can't. Because that's flimsy. It can't come from how other people perceive us either. Because that changes too. I have only felt confident since I have felt more and more life force coming, unobstructed life force coming through me, and so much less thinking. That's where it comes from. Presence. Yeah, it's the perfume of presence. Just feeling confident and being able to talk to anybody without any feeling of self-consciousness at all. Self-consciousness? Without feeling self-conscious at all. Yeah, Steve. Self-conscious, you know, like that. Yeah, I feel really insecure and I don't feel like I look good today. Yeah, that self-conscious, the little s. And then the big self space conscious. So being self-conscious, being the self, there's another dragonfly. There have been so many ginormous dragonflies coming right at me recently, making themselves plainly obvious. Yeah. So it's just beautiful, you know, striving to feel these certain ways, having confidence, having self-esteem, being able to talk in front of people without, you know, feeling really nervous or anything like that. I'm nothing but excited when I get to talk in front of people because like Eckhart said, he said, I don't need to bring anything with me. I just show up and, you know, I sit there for a second and, you know, of course he's turning how does Eckhart say it? Like, he gets super laser focused. He gets really focused on presence. And then whatever comes through, comes through. That's it. It's not about thinking. And why would we be nervous? People that channel. Why would we be nervous to talk to people? That only comes from the personal identity trying to remember things to say. Yeah, the practice for me has been to stop trying to remember. Oh, maybe that's why I forget. And Alan Watts, did I already say this? Yeah, I think I did. Oh, I just looked at my timer. It was 11:22. So not striving for any type of perfection. That's really, really sinking in. Knowing that, because only the conditioned personal identity would feel superior to other people on the planet. For a long time, I felt like because I had had my remembering experience, no matter where I went, I felt even more separate from everybody, because I would look at everybody and think, and I still do, but it feels different now. I'm aware of it, they're saying. This isn't coming from a mental, like a judgmental type of thing or any whatever. So I would look around and think, all of these people are sleeping. All of these beautiful beings are sleeping. They're like, people are zombies. Just on and on in my mind. And I was just like, okay, this does not feel positive at all. And so gradually I've gotten to where if I start thinking that, I just turn my attention to presence and I start emanating my light from just awareness, just being there. And yeah, there's practice every day that can be done on paying attention to just that useless thinking that comes in that I still automatically go with, and I may for the rest of my days in this physical form. These videos, me holding satsang with people, I know that I get to do that for the rest of my days on the planet, and then some. I love what they add. I was also, and this is my point, what I'm doing right now may not benefit a whole lot of people until later. Yeah, much, much, much later, but it will. And it is. See, they just added the "and it is." And it is. Of course it is. I wouldn't be doing it if it isn't benefiting. Well, it's definitely benefiting myself. And I know Ocean loves my videos. Moonstar too. Yeah, she's been on vacation. She took her grandkids, a lot of her grandkids with her. She's just the kindest person, really. And I missed her so much. And she finally got back, and so we were talking, and yeah, her life is going so great. She's just grown so much. She's so strong. Yep, she left Mousy Moonstar behind. Yeah, she's firmly on her horse with her sword, fully erect. Yeah. Is that it for now, ancients? So I'm not afraid of dropping these clients at all. I'll do it very tactfully. After they pay me today, maybe I'll let them know tomorrow that I won't be coming back to clean for them because, the allergies are kicking my butt. And I won't even add, keep it simple. If you're doing the same thing, it's really important to keep it simple. Because if it was like, oh, it's so many apologies and stuff, no, that's coming from the personal identity. That's coming from insecurity. And insecurity is one of the very first indicators that I'm starting to overthink, that I'm identifying with something that's not true. So I saw that clearly when I was living in a tent for some reason. I remember exactly how I was sitting, exactly where I was in my tent when that realization came to me. That was life-changing, because insecurity was, it was like a constant companion for me. I couldn't remember when I didn't feel insecure. Yeah, they're saying it's fear's ugly cousin. Yeah. I love you guys so much. They're singing, we love you too. All right, satsangwithmamaji@gmail.com. Oh, it's so wonderful to shed even more around feeling like I have to rise to this certain you know, that's all personal identity, and it's so subtle, isn't it? But it'll always be revealed. I don't feel better than anybody else. I mean, I'm really seeing that because my persona did for a while. Because I can channel the ancients. I felt like smarter than I ever have in this personal experience. And I didn't realize that my ego identity had gotten a hold of that. Well, I mean, this is an ego identity also, but it's a bit different. A lot different programming, conditioning this time around. Yeah. Okay, one card. One card and then we'll go. I drew one card when I got home. Oh my gosh. Almost every single time I draw cards now. That one's coming in. I keep drawing cards around what's going on around my car. Magic. Magic is happening around my car. Absolutely amazing. I mean, they're up to something. These men of humanity angels. When I was in the car place and they were the first time, you know, right after the transmission went out in my other car. Well, my car. I have a loaner from them, almost identical to mine. Same year. I mean, the color interior and the outside is slightly different is all. Anyway, so when I was in the dealership that day, right after this happened, and they were trying diligently to try to figure something out, for a second I felt incredibly alone. And then Dan showed up right behind me, and he put his left hand like over my shoulder, you know, this way, of course. And you know, he was 6'5". He's much taller now. He was 6'5" when he had a physical form. And then there was a chair across the waiting room, and my dad Pete, he showed up too. I was just like, oh yay, thank you guys so much. And since then, I feel that they have had a lot to do with how the outcome of my vehicle. They're infusing ideas, helping infuse ideas into Mike and Brian and RJ, the owner of the shop where my car's at, where Black Sapphire is. I just can't wait to tell you guys the outcome. Oh my gosh. I still have the same loaner car too. He said, yeah, we're gonna have to switch you out every couple days. No, I've had it for almost 2 weeks now, and they haven't called me. I leave a message once a week saying, okay, hey, I'm keeping her clean, you know, let me know if there's anything I can do. You haven't asked for your car back yet. And nope, they're up to something absolutely miraculously wonderful. That's making them all feel really, really, really good about themselves. They're saying, okay, here we go. Oh, okay. My first card is contemplation, and I've been drawing this over and over, but I have not been reading it. Okay, I'll read it after I get done here. Contemplation. Specific, what am I contemplating? Specifically. Good fortune. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, I have time, don't I? How long has it been? 23:33 just now. And the Lovers. Yeah, baby, yeah. Cool. Soulmate and decisions. Awesome. Okay, I think that's a long enough video. Contemplation. It's the Eight of Cups. Doesn't contemplation mean like trying to figure something out? You're contemplating something, trying to decide something. Oh, decisions. Oh, I don't think that's me. I think that's my lover. Oh, my heart just palpitated in resonance. Yeah, that's my lover. And this is me. And this is me too. But I don't think he's blonde. All right, this is very exciting. I'm going to go read these and stuff myself with blueberries. satsangwithmamaji@gmail.com. If you need help with getting unstuck from any type of life situation. We're not saying we're qualified to help in every situation, but if you feel like you're stuck and you don't know how to get out, we have a lot of tools that can help you raise vibrationally. Yeah, we'll see what comes through for you. We love you so much.